Today I'm going to do a demonstration of how the Xbox One X can load games with the right kind of external storage attached. So I have a solid state drive. It's a Sandisk drive. It's 2 terabytes and it runs at a blazing fast 2 gigabytes per second. Not even gigabits, that's a full gigabyte. Now, before I had this drive, I actually had a drive that was a quarter of the storage at 512 megabytes and running at the 1 gigabyte speed. I will say that I don't think there's really a discernible difference between the two drives, but I wanted to make sure that the drive itself didn't act as any sort of bottleneck. But just as a disclaimer, I don't think that universal serial bus, like that USB, is going to be nearly fast enough on the Xbox One X to take advantage of the difference between the speed between the two drives, but it's still leagues better than the internal drive. So again, this is a USB drive. It comes with USB-C, but it also comes with a USB-C to traditional converter, and the one I have actually came with a straight-up USB-C to USB Type A, I believe is the right term, to go directly into the back of the Xbox. So, and also, just to explain how I recorded this footage, I don't have any advanced capture equipment, but I'm using this wonderful application on my iPad called OneCast. So this is a Xbox streaming app, so you could stream from your home console to your device as long as you're on the same local network. It supports Bluetooth controllers, or you could also have if you're within range of your Xbox, just use your controller normally connected directly to the Xbox. It's pretty low latency, and the picture quality is up to 1080p, and it runs really well. But the convenience here is I could basically run this streaming app and do a screen capture and get everything really easy onto my iPad, which I'm going to do for all the editing of this video as well. So I'm going to be silent for most of the game loads. I just wanted you to see the actual difference. And just as a potential spoiler here, the conclusion that I believe I'm drawing is that the Xbox One X with faster storage is potentially a better option than the Xbox Series S is right now, especially for the Xbox One games. So the Xbox Series S runs the Xbox One S versions of games. And it does include ray tracing and some dynamic, automatic HDR where possible. But the resolution on the One X is simply going to be more crisp for any games that are enhanced. And obviously there's some games that already support HDR. And by having faster storage, you very much close that performance gap between the two. I'm under no delusions. I know when more games are optimized for the Series S, they're going to run better on that console, even if they are somehow backward compatible with the One X. But at least for the game library that exists, where there's thousands of games available for Xbox One and 360 and all that sort, I think the One X, if you already have one, is probably a better option. The Series S, while being fairly hard to find, of the 4 major consoles released, that's the 2 PS5s and the Xbox Series X and Series S, I think it's the most easily or most readily available. I happened to find one at Walmart. It was around 10:30 at night, where I was out just shopping for groceries, just some last-minute stuff, and happened to see it there. And since I thought finding an Xbox in a retail store right now is basically like finding a unicorn, I went ahead and bought it. I haven't opened it yet, and I've had it since May 17th. As the time of this recording, it's already May 26th, because I've been on the fence. And frankly, I don't want to open it and only end up returning it and give the store an open box item. And, I could just see maybe someone being excited about getting one, but being less excited that it's open box, wondering what happened to it, even though I really wouldn't do anything with it other than test it out. But I'm debating keeping it, and I'm going through this exercise also to show others, just how great the One X is if they don't realize that already. So I would not encourage you to go out and spend $300 to $400 for a One X right now, that's for sure. And I wouldn't necessarily tell you to go get the 2 terabyte drive I have, because I didn't even pay for it. It was a gift. So the company that I work for had in lieu of a holiday party last year because of COVID, they did this thing like where you got to pick like 3 different items from an Amazon, like create basically like a small Amazon wish list, and the company would pick one of those items at random, and it had to be up to $400 value. So I picked this drive. At the time, it was valued at $379. Right now, it's available for $300, which is the same price as the Series S. So don't go buying that for your Xbox One X unless you're just incredibly desperate or have money to blow. But the smaller versions, like the 512, is a lot cheaper. I'll put a link to it in the description. And also the slower speed one, running at 500 megabytes per second, is fast enough to still get the same performance boost. So if you go with the slower speed and go with a 1 terabyte, it'll be a lot less expensive on top of your One X. So it might be just like the perfect add-on to get you the load times you want until you can get maybe a Series X later down the line. But again, if you have no console, I think you go get the Series S. That's pretty much a no-brainer. It's future-proof. It's a fantastic console. And there's a couple things I will not deny. In watching videos, the Series S is just simply faster moving through the Xbox store, period. That Xbox store has always been a little janky for the Series 1 consoles. And on the Series S, it's super smooth, nice and easy. Menus and games load really quick and they're snappy. So the One X will not necessarily load games as fast, but it'll get darn close. Like, you're going to cut down the load time for a game like Forza Horizon 4 down by about half, which is about where the Series X is. The Series X and the Series S have some features for games like that, where you can skip through the menu, like skip through like the credits when you're opening the game, which to me is an unfair gimmick to help reduce that loading time, because if you could do that on the Xbox One X, you would reduce it as well. So I don't really count those as a fair reduction, but having storage like this attached certainly closes that gap and might make you feel better about missing out. Again, I didn't entirely miss out. I have a Series S in the box, brand new, considering opening it. But before I do so, I'm going to upload these videos to show people just how quick the One X can potentially load games for you. So without further ado, I will get into it. If there's any sort of graphical glitches, just bear with me, because it's literally streaming from the Xbox to my iPad and being screen captured. I think it should be largely good, but you might notice some audio glitches. That's not the Xbox. It's really just the method I'm using of capturing the video. So please forgive that. Anyway, hope you enjoy this. Let's see how it shakes out with actual SSD storage on that beast of a console from 2017, the Xbox One X.
Welcome back, Kevin. Okay, Kevin. I have set your route to a nearby race event.
Batman, Superman, fighters approaching the Batcave. Begin.
Detect above normal temperatures.
Fight on!
Drew McIntyre returned to NXT and WWE.
The gateway. I tried to warn them and, well, here we are.
What's Chief?
Devil May Cry.